players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On ready?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
After the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle of the block as the defense just did there?
Sure. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. Burrow looking to pass. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Bengals. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Handoff right side to Wangu. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Pardon, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Gets it out wide to Davis Price. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Second and 4. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Davis Price going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Bengals are going to get the football back. Here we go. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Burrow from his own end zone. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this out past the 25.
On 1, ready?
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd down, here's Davis Price. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sanders' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go, here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Davis Price gets this one out of the gun.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. They'll set up to throw.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Back to throw here.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Give left side here for Nwangu.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A give running right, it's Hubbard.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. He connected on his first, this from 41. Sanders' kick is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
I'm one, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now it's Burrow. He'll get that one to Taylor complete.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Now it's Burrow to Mixon on the check down. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. To the air again, Burrow dancing to his left. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
Touchdown!
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man Johnson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On play action, they'll throw. Open man is Anderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
They'll run a draw now with Hubbard.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That one complete out to Dotson.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. They try to eat some clock with Mixon.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Browns are right back in this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Ready, break!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Joseph Osai
in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, look a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
11 empty, take! 11 empty, stop!
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And down to the 36-yard line here. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
11 mighty, 11 mighty.
They'll give it to Mixon into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Bengals, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep, flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rockabye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look, see, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime, Mythic Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.